What's up, everybody? Tyrone E. Wilson here from Ready to Love DC. Again with the panel, Lex, Royal, PO. Go ahead and introduce yourself. We'll start with Lex first. Ladies
Yes, he's
first.
first.
Ladies
Ladies
first.
first. Hey y'all, it's your girl Lex Royal here from somebody told me I need to say the Never Ever Met, which I don't really be wanting to claim it, but the Never Ever Met season 2 and the Ready to Love Facebook group admin. I'll let your girl.
Yeah, I thought it was Lex Royale, but hey, it is what it is. Lex Royal. Okay. Um, you know. Anyway, it's PO from the Ready to Love season Potomac in the building.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we got day 2 of the house, and it's always drama and all that stuff. I want to know what was y'all's initial thoughts after watching the episode?
Well, it was better than the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So I was appreciative of that. I don't know if you seen it in the group, I had like a little mishap because I'm asking Google to
Mm-hmm.
I might have saw something on the internet said that the show wasn't coming on last Friday. So I
Mm-hmm.
went on Google and it was like, no, it's not coming on. Catch it next week. So then
Mm-hmm.
I go into the group like, okay, well, we got a free week, y'all, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Kiera was like, no, it's coming on, all that stuff. So I was happy because I was very disappointed from part 1. So part 2 was definitely better. Um, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought part two was vindication for me because a lot of the stuff that I predicted that I said happened was actually something that came to light. So, I thought it was a cool episode. It really opened up the lanes and kind of let people, see exactly what's what. And then I do like a lot of the clarifications that was made through that episode. So it was cool.
Yeah. I'm watching it and I was like, I think we've been took, hoodwinked, bamboozled, led
Wow.
astray. Like, what is going on? That's what I was thinking in the episode.
Mm,
What is going on right now?
mm.
We're gonna get into it. But like you said, PO, like some of my predictions, I felt like I was right most of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And this last episode, um, I don't know no more.
Oh,
You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like something happened behind the scenes. I'm starting to see some darkness. I'm starting to see some shade. I'm starting to see some competition. Even amongst the ladies, I'm starting to see that.
yeah.
And I don't know if they doing it because they want to do it or out of spite, but some of these connections, I don't know. I don't even know where they came from. And hopefully, we ain't see no fumbles, but I think I might have saw a half of it. I analyzed those hugs, and they was kind of weak. It was on the weak side. You know
I
what I mean?
love it.
I'd be paying attention to that. Them hugs was kind of weak. All right, so where did we start? We started with 2 elimination days, right? We had Cam and Angie.
Hmm. No, wait, I gotta get these. Let me
Yeah,
try and bring these people's faces up because I only know a few of these folks by name or whatever. So
Cam
I may
defied.
so
So my big takeaway from that was, where did the sexual chemistry come from? That was the comment. We have sexual chemistry.
yeah.
Well, wait, between Cam and Angie,
Yes.
they always seem kind of flirty, extra flirty when it came um to their hugging. Like when they meet each other, they always seem like that's the only time I see their chemistry.
So this is the bullshit that I'm talking about. The ready to love bullshit that they do. Like they withhold stuff. They don't show dates. They don't have show conversations, and then they put this type of stuff out here where you got Cam and her together, and it makes no goddamn sense for the viewer at all. Like I didn't think they had. I thought they had zero connection, but clearly,
Mm-hmm.
clearly there's something else that was going on, and I think based off of whoever Sahara ends up with, they had to make a hard pivot to show these other inner workings of these relationships.
Yeah, something is off.
What is so funny? Give me
Because
the door.
I made a joke about it, and I think I might have said like, "Dang, like Angie bagged everybody." I think Angie's up to 7 or 8 connections, right?
Right now?
If you if you count from the beginning of the show, I think she had a connection with everyone. And then they slowly but surely all kept getting eliminated. From the dude with the braids to Eddie to now Cam and now Hussein too.
Can you really call it a connection though? Like to me, it's like
I think connection and points of interest or whatever is one thing. I just feel like, I think you have to understand the way that they're portraying her right now is like she's just floating from guy to guy to guy to guy, right? And there must be something to that based off of what they're probably going to reveal in the next episode or so. You understand? And I think what they're trying to make her look like is, oh, she didn't have that many connections, and now all of a sudden she's found her thrill with this person at the end, and here we go, we walk it, and these two people leave together. That's my whole vision on it. And if I'm true to Ready to Love format, I'm probably like 97% solid.
Mhm.
I mean, I thought Andy's only real connection was with Hussein, really. And I thought it went from her giving him that little trinket and then meeting the baby father. Like to me, that's what shows connection. You flirting and talking and hugging and stuff is like I'm keeping myself open, so I don't get voted off.
Right.
Maybe.
No, I
I
get it.
don't.
I just don't know where it came. It just seemed new watching it.
What, her and Hussein?
And Cam.
No, but every time, I mean, I don't know. I thought every time they hug, like, even when he was mad about the not meeting the baby father, he was like, they hug and it was like, don't get me started, or it started some shit. I don't remember, but it was like, that little thing when you say to somebody when the hug might just be too tight, and you be like, look, better watch out now. You know what I mean? Like they always have that.
Yeah. I thought that was just a Cam thing because I said Cam tried to bag everybody they put in front of him. And it's almost like he can't help himself.
And it could be, but if she doesn't see it happening with everybody else, she's gonna think it's a her thing. And a lot of women, you got that coochie ego. You be like, oh, he wants me. I'm the bomb. So.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I see we got Fernando in the building, and I was just about to hate on him in his vacation and all this shit till I saw that he's repping the Pete Taylor shit.
The Pete Taylor exclusive, you feel me? Got that luxury on, you feel me?
It's all love today.
The squad, you feel me?
Is that palm trees?
Yeah, I'm always tropical.
I'm about to start hating too, because this is ridiculous, fucking Waldo ass.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can you get who's your sugar mama?
What? I'm the breadwinner. Ain't no sugar mama, bitch.
Shit, you don't never work.
I don't need a sugar baby though. Yeah. I'll take a sugar baby.
What?
Okay.
You want a sugar baby?
I'm saying I'll take a sugar baby. I'll take one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all right with me?
Fernando, you want to send a shout out to the folks?
Yeah. You know, Fernando, Ready to Love, Potomac, season 6 point whatever. You know what it is. Thanks for being here. Always on the travel, always on the go. You know what I mean? Try being savage where you can find me at. But yeah, let's talk about this Philly.
Yes. So I got some of the clips, and I think they do hug in this clip, so we can see where that come from. That's one of the best hugs we've seen the whole show.
It wasn't.
Cisco and Tay, boy, they got a real hug. Them two.
That was kind of like a goodbye hug to me. Yeah, you got any comments on this Tay and Cam?
Tay, Angie?
I mean, not Tay, Angie and Cam. Fernando.
She looked real pretty.
I'm happy that people were like, for her to say that, you know, she busted windows, that's one thing, right? Can't judge you on your past. I get it. But for you to say that you still might do it, depending on the situation, I'm like, yo, I can't rock with that. Yo, I can't respect it. I can't deal with it. So can't have a problem with it. It makes sense. Like, why would I want to bust up a situation with somebody who possibly would want to bust the windows in my car, destroy my TV, you know, cost us money, cause damages? It's like, that's not a way of dealing with conflict. That's not a good way of having conflict resolution. That's just somebody that don't know how to deal with their emotions, it sounds like to me.
Yeah. And that's called emotional immaturity or emotional unregulatory. Emotionally unfit to be my girl.
I don't think y'all really peeped what she said with that, right? First of all, I don't think people outgrow. Is that me?
No.
I was like, I made sure not to move because I heard there's something.
Go ahead. You
all right. So,
yeah, that is you.
Why am I getting feedback?
You got two phones? Or you got a phone running?
No. Wait, hold on. No.
All right, just go ahead.
Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I don't think a person outgrows breaking windows. You know what I mean? Like, you can get healed, but I don't think you get healed. What you really do is that person hit a trigger and you might learn the trigger so you avoid the trigger, right? And that's what she actually said to Cam. She was like, you're not going to get me to the point where that would happen, you know? So I think maybe she probably would have kept him at a level like, okay, I'm not going to go, or she wasn't going to commit 100% or whatever the case may be. I forgot the wording she used, but basically it's like, I know how to stop myself before I get to that point.
Yeah, I mean, you almost got to wonder though, there has to be some sort of like, what do you call it? You have to have some sort of like plan, a therapy or action, you know, that you own to, you know, try to make yourself kind of grow from being that person. And then when you talk about it in almost a gloating way, that tells me that you haven't gotten to the, you know, therapeutic part of it, or you haven't worked through those emotions or processed those, because that girl is that young lady that busted the windows out back in the day is one stone step away from being your reality again, you know. So,
I mean, can we talk about that for a quick second? Why does it always get to the windows? Like, what do you think that is actually? Because I mean, a lot of women do it. There's a whole song about it. So what is it? What is it that you guys are doing that's making women think that the place to damage you is your car?
Because most men, right? Most real men, you can say and try, you know, to activate that inner anger. And sometimes we just look at you and be like, whatever. Is that, you said what you had to say? All right, cool. And then now it's like, I'm out of options. I can't whoop him. I can't hurt him emotionally. So let me go drag this knife across his car slash his tires or put a scratch on it because I know that he works hard for his shit. So let me try to, get him right there.
Right. So would you say then that that's something that men should probably fix
No,
before it
because
gets to that point?
that is exactly what a man is supposed to do, is to not engage in those type of, activities where we're having a kind of a fist fight, with a verbal fist fight. Understand? And men, we're practical. We're not emotional in that way. You understand what I'm saying? So what women has learned over years is that men are so practical. Maybe if I hit him where his practicality is, which is, his nuts and bolts. He goes to work, he takes care of his shit. Let me tear that up.
And why you blaming us, Lex? Why are you asking us like it's something that we did to cause that?
Well, I mean, the answer was in there. That's true. Everything that I believe that's what Paul said is true, right? I think the thing is, when you guys go mute, when you get dismissive, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, now, nothing she's saying is penetrating you, when maybe you can just stay active. Because for real, like, let's be real here. That you pick up crazy. It. You just hope not to activate it. You hope it don't come towards you. Whatever the case may be, you knew that it was crazy. So therefore, in handling crazy, when y'all argue, you soothe her,
Lex, are you trying to justify busting windows?
No, I'm
It sound like to me.
No, I'm actually trying to prevent it from ever happening again. So, like, say somebody is watching and she is that type of person or whatever, her thing is, I'm hurt, is anger, I can't control it, and I have to get them back. And that's why,
You know what it is? It's called anger management. Her ass is anger management.
No, I mean, really and truly, no, because you know what? You picked up crazy. That means you knew the potential of crazy. That's like you playing with a bomb. You know what I'm saying? You playing with the bomb, and of course it goes off. Like, you playing with the bomb.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. This is, and everybody, I'm sure, especially men, will agree. That is when a woman busting the windows out of your car is simply her way of getting the last words in. That's it.
Right. But if you had to continue to stay engaged, you don't have to argue.
We don't have to. You have to understand, a man is not responsible for what a woman does.
He is when he picked up toxic and knew it was toxic.
No, you're responsible independently for what you do. You understand? We can't, like, we don't own the remote control, right? You are the device and you are the robot. So it is your responsibility to maintain and deal with things. Because why won't women just deal with men like how men deal with them?
Look,
have a dialogue that is progressive.
Which is what?
Have dialogue that is progressive. The first thing that most women do is they get emotional
because they're made that way. Unless I mean, let's be for real. Like, I don't want to disrespect you, but if you want a woman that is lacking emotion, then what is that?
Well, we don't. The thing is we don't want women that lack emotion. We want women to understand that their emotion doesn't control our practical mind state, right? We're free thinkers. We don't think with an emotional attachment. We think more so along the lines of, okay, what really makes sense in this matter? Taking my feelings out of it, what makes sense?
And I agree. I agree. I'm a logical thinker, right? Yeah. I agree, right? But it's kind of like, you triggered it. You did.
You were right there until you had to qualify with the but. There is no but. No, there is no but.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm gonna get back to it, Ty, because I know you don't like the distractions. But I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like, even in picking friends and girlfriends, right? Like I can see when a girl is like off the hinges and stuff, and you try to accommodate, or you try to ignore it or deal with it, and you just accept the person, but then you know that there's a chance that she gonna snap out. Like these things are all over, like, you know what I mean? Like, they got memes, the crazy auntie, or the auntie that don't hold her tongue, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys pick these girls. And I just feel like with you being a leader, you being a logical one, you being a bigger person, you like, you know what? Okay, I know she got the potential to crash out. So, okay, babe. All right. Okay, babe. All right.
No,
All right.
because that's not leadership. That's now a man following a woman's lead by following her emotions and caving into that. And men, we don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can understand where both y'all coming from. I think I should just leave it at that. Like, I've been in situations where I was like, damn, I ain't know she was this crazy.
Right, exactly. I got stabbed before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't know it was gonna be like this, but I am never ever talking to her. If I get out of this scot-free without the police coming, I am never talking to her ever again in my life.
right. That part.
Yes, I have been. But and I even been in a situation where I had a slow leak in my tire. I woke up the next morning. I even asked her, I was like, did you happen to slash my tire while I was asleep? And she was appalled that I even asked her the question, like, what type of women have you been dealing with to think that I would do that? And I was like, well, it's not impossible that you wouldn't do it. And I just couldn't comprehend how she
Now, the
thought.
real question is, she should have asked you, what did you do to get your tire slashed?
No, I don't think much justifies that. Especially if I ain't do nothing physical. If it's just words and I'm pulling off and you can't get to me, then maybe I could understand that. But you just trying to do some damage to my car to get back at me. That's probably the reason why we broke it up in the first place. All right, we good? We good?
Yeah.
Hussein said PO for president.
Hey, 2028.
Hey, Hussein.
We got this. Yeah, what's good, Hussein? We got this next date with Deanna and Khalil.
No.
This was a waste of screen. This was a waste of energy, a waste of screen, a waste of, I don't even know.
Here's what happened. Now I'm gonna tell you. They said the producers came over and said, look, they asked them one another individually. How do you feel about this? We're not gonna do it. Other one said, nah, not my type, whatever. And they said, okay, we need to close the deal for TV. And this was that moment because everything was scripted, guided, and it was just too regular or irregular.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Same. I think they got to close the loop. She at the house.
Yeah.
He was her only connection. They want to hear from her, see her, and finish out her arc,
Yep.
One thing though, it's funny. I don't know how tall Khalil is. Does anybody know?
He's
Because
the shorter side, yeah.
But I always had her as a really tall woman.
Mm-mm.
But she's not, because her and Khalil are almost the same height.
So how tall is she? Probably like 5'7", 5'8".
Matter of fact, no, I did meet him. Hold on, let me think. He's taller than me and I'm 5'8". So maybe he's a good 5'10", 5'11", maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But for some reason I thought she was bigger. Like, I don't know if it was just the camera or something. I just always thought of her as a bigger woman, like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she might even be like 5'9". She might be my damn height.
Yeah, she could be probably just, tall, a little bit on the taller
Maybe
side.
it was when she was talking to Cam when they were at the bar. She just seemed so much bigger than him. I don't know. But it maybe, I don't know. It was something there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a waste. So I don't even think we need to.
Right.
Yeah. We knew there wasn't nothing going
For
on.
real. I mean, I like Khalil, but his whole purpose of just being there was just like, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I knew. I mean, he seemed like a cool dude. It just seemed like there was just nobody there for him, and he didn't have the energy to go after it.
Yeah, he got squeezed out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we was able to tell from his initial date with Tay, he seemed too confident. I think it just carried over.
Yeah.
I get like a quirky vibe from him. So I don't think any of the women match that.
I think he West Indian.
I don't think so. Or if he have maybe African background, but
Yeah.
he just give off very quirky. Like even some of the things that he wears and stuff like that is just different.
Hmm.
So the fake boobs, fake lashes, he just don't seem like that type.
No, I wouldn't put him in there.
Yeah.
Do y'all get the feeling that if she would have gave him a different answer, then he probably would have said that she's still ready to love?
I think he would have played it safe, not trying to be the guy to diss her. So no, he probably would have still had to do it because that's what y'all gotta do, right?
I feel like
sometimes
option.
Yeah, so sometimes like at this particular part of the process, the production, they don't want to waste money on setting up dates that's going nowhere. So they sent him out there with the mission, like, see what it is.
Yeah.
And if y'all got something going on, we're gonna keep it on board. But if not, let her ass go.
Yeah, and that trigger was quick too.
Yes, it was.
You know what I think, in all honesty, I think she was ready to go. I think she was over it. She's one of those people that when she get over something, she might look like she might start to act out or kind of, I'm not gonna say combative, but it's like you tell her to do something and she be like, listen, I'm over this. I want to go. Can I go? So I got that kind of energy from her. And I think he was just being nice. And I think that if she did say, then yes, he would have let her stay.
Well,
But
like I said, this is the part of the season where people are tired. Either you're like ready to stop filming and you want to go home, or you just want to hurry up and get to the end. But like right now, the tolerance already is like is not there. Nobody can tolerate the filming and all that stuff. So I think in this case, she probably was like, "Oh, thank God, I ain't got to get up no more." All that other stuff.
They almost tired.
Yeah.
How early y'all gotta get up?
I mean, well, so you're on that when you're in that house, the production is there like 7 o'clock in the morning. And you like, man, look, I got shit going on.
Yeah.
And they still want you out there performing.
Yeah. And this time they probably don't have 20 dates.
No.
4 to 5 weeks of testing. I'm talking total.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we good with Deanna. I mean, they did good. You hate to see people get eliminated. So shout out to she handled herself well. High integrity person. That's something that I can understand. So good job. We got so it was about it was the drinking game, pushing buttons, sex before marriage, watching yourself during sex, toys used, 100% all in. It was a question about commitment, one about being excited about your future relationship, and spontaneous sex. It was how do I say it? Once you reach a certain age, some of this stuff is just
Come on, man. We really having this conversation.
It felt like they was trying to get something started.
Yeah.
But most of the crowd stayed tame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the question's a little tame too, but still, like, nobody was really engaging with the questions. They didn't make it interesting.
Who's saying? Was there some questions that we missed? Okay, sure. Because sometimes they ask questions like, Lex, y'all questions was a bit telling. about group sessions and all that stuff.
All right.
So yeah,
I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like Philly was a bad city to do.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like, all right, I don't know these people, right? And I think that a lot of them probably didn't even know each other, but I feel like the what they call it, the something about separation, what they call it? The degrees of separation is so close that you probably had somebody that talked to one of the people. You know what I mean? So then it's almost like, well, even if you were thinking about starting something with them, you already know somebody who probably connected, as opposed to a different city where it's much larger and people don't really know. Philly tends to know, like once you start going out and stuff, like, so I feel like that's what I'm watching. It's like they having fun, they chilling, who wants sleep, but really and truly, I don't see anybody like really connecting or meshing. Like if you take, for instance, like Jay and Cisco in the house, right? I mean, Tay and Cisco in the house, right? That would give you the vibe of like, what's that people, Clifton and Joy, right?
Yeah.
But you saw the chemistry with Clifton and Joy, like you saw it with those two. Is just kind of like, we roommates, so yeah, we might hit, but we just doing this for the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody just, it's like you just watch your homies.
I mean, I think what happened was these were a lot of forced relationships. I think they forced people on dates, on so many dates, and because what they do is they isolate the people that they think will connect, and they hold off on giving them dates until they get with the people that they want them to get with. Because just to give you a bigger picture of what happens, they already have the psych exam that you take at the table, and then they meet you in the real world, like right before you start filming. And
I know
so,
about that psych exam. Sorry, go ahead.
right, so you go through, they have your results, they kind of know, all right, you're this type of person already. And then they have the women's parts that is this type of person, and they're like, good, we could spice up and get some drama. We'll keep these two on dates, or we'll shove these dates, but never let these ones right here meet each other, because they'll actually like each other and they won't fight. And so it just, trust me, and so it just becomes
That's corny though.
it
And why?
is, but it's
And then why
because
wouldn't they want to?
they have a show to sell, and if they're selling the show of just real love with no drama and no
No,
sparks.
you could do some drama, but how about you gotta show us something gotta catch.
Well, I mean, that's why they're doing the Tay and Cisco thing, and then they're trying to make it like Cam, is the ladies' man, and he has several women that he has to just, he's got the pick of the litter. So they're showing these kind of breakout characters, right? And
Like
they're
the Chaz of last year almost.
yeah,
Huh?
Like the Chaz
exactly.
of last year. Like Chaz had multiple options last year at the house. Now it's
Right.
Cam with multiple options at the house.
Yeah,
It's
but
rinse and
that
repeat.
seemed more authentic. This doesn't seem real at all.
I
No, even
understand.
last year we talked about Chaz having something that looked like forced. Some of the relationships he had, some of the options he had seemed forced. It just come with the territory.
yeah, I think they're just closing loops. And remember, like at this point, everybody kind of know what the deal is
Mhm.
now. I know the fellas talk, so all the fellas knew what the deal was. So if
Right.
you are on screen having a date, but you already know what the deal is, you ain't gonna give her all of your attention, because your man's is already done locked it down and
Yeah.
whatever.
And I'll tell you this: I called one of the girls from my season. I called her up like, "Yo, what's good?" Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And while I'm on the phone talking to her, I'm getting a text from another person, my homie, my man from our season, saying, "Yo, hurry up and get off the phone with her so we could get back in the bed."
Yeah.
I remember that.
And if they're like in the other season, then by
You
now
still won't tell me who it is, and I'm
they've already, you know.
the season is over. You could tell us now.
I couldn't I?
Is it gonna be in that? Is it gonna be in that book?
No, that book has got that. That's just my whole memoir. We'll talk about that.
Does Tay look enthused right now?
Nah.
Nope. Oh, here goes Cisco.
Yeah, I think they was just closing the loop right here. And in my notes, I was like, just hang it up.
I hate when they play with my intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She literally called him a great friend.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even hear that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. This part right here, was staged. It was like, have a conversation and make it about this, and then we'll walk away.
Yeah. And
he's going home.
Yeah. And then with the deal breaker being the kids, like they didn't have this conversation already.
Yeah, that was corny.
That's how they're gonna end it. So
yeah,
it's cool. I think this might have been to help Tay, help producers show Tay's choice for Cisco.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when Khalil came on with Tay, it was kind of like towards after the fact anyway. She was still locked in with Cisco, it seemed like. So Khalil was like a random possibility, but I know it was going to be nothing. But
at the same time, I wanted to ask about this scene, right? So let's just say he really did like her and he really did want something, right? Should he still pursue it knowing that she slept in the room with Cisco?
Yeah, I mean, she slept in the room with somebody else before that.
Come on, man.
So,
come on, man. Yeah, but you know what? I think there's a difference. There's a difference if you doing it with a person right there as opposed to in your past where nobody don't know. You know what I mean? Like how he gonna sleep next to her? She want to have a baby. He gonna sleep next to her, be rubbing down her belly, and he gonna be thinking about the time she was in the room smashing Cisco while he was playing fucking cards or some shit.
We don't know he smashed Cisco.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Cisco was unbothered. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. But what I'm saying is, though, even if you didn't, you still gonna think it. You gonna think something happened.
I mean, yeah, but I figure a good hot shower.
I know you lying. I know. You are so particular, right, about your women. I know you lying. I don't even know you that well. I haven't even talked to you on the phone, and I can tell you that's a lie.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, the process is not for the faint.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
because even after the first week, you are already building a connection with someone. Because you obviously have a top 2, top 3, but that she got to go on dates, for the next 3 or 4 days with the dude that's sitting right next to you, and then that dude, and then that dude, and that dude. There ain't no telling how their dates is gonna go. Kissing, hugging, bumping and grinding, like ain't no telling. And you want to be supportive?
You could tell. I ain't gonna lie, like it's funny because I always hear about this, and I really would wonder like how I would have maneuvered through all of this, because it's like you could tell. You can tell a lot of stuff. But I guess if they telling y'all what to do, you gotta do it. But other than that,
let's be real, right? In this day and age, a lot of folks are dating multiple people. So if you date somebody in the city, she don't date multiple niggas. The difference is, they in your face now, being on the show, being together in the same house, all that kind of stuff. But your mentality is she date other niggas, she's talking to other people. You kind of get used to it. It's just you kind of get conditioned like that. So
you don't have to be sleeping with the person. You could just be dating. Every date don't have to end in sex.
That's
Why
what, that's
not?
what Paul said. He said Cisco, it might not have smashed.
Yeah.
The same thing.
So
I get what you're saying, Lex. Like if we there, if she slept with him, that means she didn't choose to be in the room with me, and therefore she dead to me.
right. Because I mean that's totally different. Like she went and told Cisco to come in the room with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, so what she like, let me sample this and then I'll be right there to have your baby. Like
Could
what?
have.
Nah,
What
man.
was in the trash? Could have
Lex
been
is
some
still
trash, and then she hit my phone the next day like, listen, I'm drunk, too.
Right.
Take a shower. Woman, take a hot shower.
I mean, there's exactly. There's sneaky links and everything else. So you know what it is.
That's different. We talking
No,
about
that ain't different. It's
future
still the same
relationship. We talking
activity.
about relationship. We're not talking about you getting your chance on the pony.
I mean, that could be maybe that's all he wanted.
so this Khalil and Tay date. What we think?
This was
Closing
fake.
the loop, respectfully.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Yeah.
Which one? What bullshit we talking about now?
This
The deal.
This was
One thing I did hear, which is a first for all of the seasons, is that this Phillies cast got a lot of food. Whereas,
we got food. Oh, you mean like at the mixers and all that stuff?
Yeah, like before I used to hear that it was always more liquor than food. This one was like it's a lot of food. Like they had their choices and good food and bringing food in and all type of stuff.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Finally got that hug. Come on, Khalil.
He hugged her before. He hugged her at the end of the game before she went to bed with Cisco. He hugged her. He waited for the hug.
I'll skip this joint.
Okay. All right. So are we good on Cisco?
Yeah, we good. I'm good there.
All right. So we got Jay and Kiara. She's still mad, and he apologized for the visual aspect of it. And then she brought out Sahara, which I thought
was corny.
I thought they already talked, if you ask me.
That shit was corny.
So last week I gave this whole scenario about Sahara was on his lap, doing all of that, being messy, knowing that, she was trying to get infiltration in there, and she knew that homegirl was watching, and she was like, it is what it is. And Ty, you said, nah, they're just friends. They just doing that.
No, I didn't say that.
I said, man, she's trying to, be in there. And everybody's like, nah, they don't think they got a connection. It is what it is. I like this episode though, this part of the episode, because Jay had to air out his laundry.
Yes. I think the only thing I disagreed with was Sahara's motive. You were saying that she was doing it to get at Kiara.
No, I said that it was kind of messy because she was, staking her claim or whatever. Like I could have him if I wanted to.
I think look. I think that something was brewing. You know what I mean? Something was brewing, and he got off on a technicality. I ain't do nothing.
I don't think he got off. What do you mean he got off? How did he get off? He didn't get off.
She forgave him. They moved forward. She forgave him. And all he had to do at the beginning was just apologize and shut up.
Well, no, Sahara had to come out there, and Sahara had to come out there and tell, and make a statement.
But that made it worse.
Yeah. So how did he get off?
I think it was corny for this situation. I don't know. I mean, to me, that girl, she always do a lot of extra stuff. It's almost like she writing her own script or something. You know what I mean? Like all the time, it's like the ex guy, and then the talking into the pillow, and then now with this, it's like it's so extra. It's like, what are we doing here?
I mean, she's the spice of the season, though. She's the one that gives it flavor.
Who? I ain't talking about Sierra. I'm talking about Kiara. She the spice?
I think she got a point, though. I think she got a point because he was lying. He was lying the whole time, like straight up lying. Like when you hear her talk, she's understanding of the process, and she was just like, "Just tell me what it is, what's going on. I would understand." So I could understand her being upset.
I think what happened in this case is her and Jay had some one-off conversation, like, "Yo, you know what it is. We're going to this house. You know, you're gonna make me look stupid." And he's like, "No, it's me and you. You know, me and you against the world, baby." And she's like, "Oh, okay, all right. So this is what it is." So she comes in, and then first thing from the door, they see that Sahara energy on the lap, thigh grabbing, and all this other shit. And she's like, "Yo, like we just talked about this. What do you mean? Like, what is going on out here?" And now she feels stupid because she probably told all the girls that she's friends with or cordial with from the show, "Yeah, you know, Jay's locked in with me. I got him. I'm good. We gonna rat it out to the end." And then, you know, pretty much that was just him shitting on her.
He didn't shit on her though.
But Jay said he did it in front of everybody, so he wasn't trying to hide nothing. So that aspect was a little different for me. Like he did it in front of everybody. He wasn't trying to hide. He wasn't trying to be sneaky about it.
He didn't initiate it. Sorry.
He didn't initiate it. But he getting blamed. It's just like he's still playing the game though. And it's like, because you on the show, you in the house, you gotta play the game. But I understand him and Kiara had an understanding. It didn't make her look good. Doing all that.
Man.
You know, sidebar. I'm sorry. I'm watching the thing without volume, right? And a lot of these women eat like animals. This is why they need to bring back dating, because a lot of times when you sit at the table and you eat dinner, she should eat with her fucking mouth closed. Like, this is just so disgusting. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just watching and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? Like, that alone is enough for me to be like, we done. You know what I'm saying? Like, we done. You don't even know how to eat with a knife and fork. You don't know how to chew with your mouth closed. Like, I can't take you to my mom. I'm sorry. Okay.
Damn.
Lex.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry.
Whew. Hilarious.
I'm just saying, that's just something for y'all to look into. Like,
Lex, you know, think of it this way, right? They eat the meat off the bone, though.
That part.
Y'all so
the wrong way. You gotta think of the positive. You gotta flip it.
They're so out of it.
So because her mouth doesn't close, you like, oh, okay, got you, solid. All right. Next time I know when somebody eating like an animal, I'm like, she a good sucker.
But his explanation was, I didn't beat though. That's essentially what he was saying.
He's saying that to me, what he's saying is that I have not given her anything that I've given to you. I have not crossed the line as far as intimacy and, you know, no nicknames and stuff like that, which makes sense. It really makes sense. Like, to me, that girl is too emotional. And I understand, like, maybe he should have said something. And she did say that in the group. She said that the thing she was upset over was that he didn't say. But my thing is, why does he have to say when you are on a TV show and you know what the rules are? You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have to say. It should be implied. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? All right, I know he's gonna, and even just stay on board, because by this time you're telling me that people can tell the manipulation that production is doing. So therefore, if you can tell them the manipulation and stuff like that, you don't gotta come so hard and all this extra shit. That's why I feel like she's auditioning or something, because it's like, you know what it is. Like,
but so let me ask just this question though, because I didn't see, like, when Sahara came out and said what she said, she goes, oh wow, she's thinking that, you know, she's been in the dark about what they had going on. So it could have been, you know, kind of that same conversation that's being had with Sahara, like, yo, you know,
that's why he said it in front of her. He said, do I call you bae? Do I call you this? Do I say this? She was like, no.
Understood,
no.
But how did she get to this place? This goes back to what I was saying. And So either Sahara was either hoodwinked or being messy. Which one?
But I told you, I thought she was being messy. I thought she was being messy for Cam, right? And I think at this situation, I think she realized that she's under the girl's skin, because to me, it's kind of like, girl, you know what we signed up for, and you sitting here playing games like you know what it is. I'm sitting here telling you that it's nothing. Like the man is saying, I don't call you this, I don't call you that, I don't do this, I don't do that. You know what I mean? And you still mad. So if shit, now that you mad, well, Barbara, here go Karen, like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about? Like, now I see I got you shook, so now I'm in your ass.
But I mean, it like you got, as a woman, you know, women don't just gain feelings or get, you know, under the impression that somebody wants them without them having some sort of conversation. Like, unless his game is just that strong where he got eye connection and she's just like, oh, I'm feeling the vibe. So there had to have been some sort of conversation with Sahara, and you know, to the point where she's like, yo, you know, okay, so I'm in here, like, because why else would she think that she had a shot?
I think that we dealing with some hood stuff. We see how she act, you know what I'm saying? We see like where she is. She's for the shit. So being for the shit is like, girl, I got you squirming. I'm finna fuck with you. I got you squirming. So it's like she playing the line. She's like, oh yeah, we got a connection. And he like, well, I don't do this, I don't do that. She like, yeah, no, you don't do that. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. So right then and there, it should have been conversation done. Because if he's calling you, babe, he's doing this and he's doing that, and you're not getting any terms of endearment, he hasn't disappeared or whatever the case may be. And she actually came, because she didn't have to come. She could have been like, man, y'all sort that shit out, whatever. She showed up, and you hear both sides of it. Eventually, it's just like, okay, you know. And me personally,
he smacked that ass too, though. He smacked that ass.
I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
But you know,
it was a love tap. It was a love tap.
It wasn't that. I don't know. I see. My thing is, you know what's so funny? Y'all would mention you would mention that, right? But then the fact that Tay is in the room with Cisco, y'all don't think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like it is what it is until we get to the bridge.
Listen,
except for sleeping in a room with each other.
Right. And I'll just say to you, what you just said is this: a woman has the opportunity to become a brand new car every night. Just get cleaned and shined up.
Who just said that? How I said that?
You said
what?
You said, because you mentioned about me talking about Tay and Cisco in the room. I was just saying, you know, a woman can become a brand new vehicle every night.
You know, he don't know what boundaries are, right? Right. She admitted that there is something. He even admitted that Kiara wasn't the only connection that he had. So
don't you have to say that for the show?
No.
Okay.
But if he's telling Kiara that she is the only one, but he's still entertaining something else, like he know. Just because he ain't smash.
So hold on.
It wasn't something that could have happened.
So hold on. So what about the bus trip where she was all wrapped up with Cam? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't count for nothing either.
Why would we even talk about that? What does that even matter?
I mean, to me, before I trip, like you have somebody that you entertaining and stuff like that. Like, you just came out of nowhere now with this thing. But to me, I don't know. I don't know.
Because people in the end, we're human. You know, we human. And if I'm gonna get aroused, I'm gonna do it. And
I don't know.
She put the ass out to be smacked. He couldn't resist.
That little tiny booty.
You think it's
right?
Nothing.
That was him. Some guys can resist. He chose not to resist.
Yeah, you think it's nothing, but it's a big deal.
I feel like. Tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like production pull you to the side and be like, "Hey, this is a show. We gotta."
She still don't have to smack her ass.
They did that. They did but they don't do it in that way. They did do that in certain instances but they don't do it. They don't say, "Yo, well, yeah, they do."
Go stick your
Yeah, they do.
Kind
I
of.
was just about to say, because I was like, I remember with Rashid, they told there was something with Rashid in the couch when he was on his thing. There was something in Dallas where they wanted somebody to throw a drink on one of the guys. Like, come on now, like
Yeah.
they
So
tell you to do stuff.
what about like Sahara trying to kiss Cisco when he was on the couch, laying down asleep? Like that seemed real random. Because they're like, why would she mess with Cisco like that when he's sleeping? So I think the
I,
little things just kind of happen.
Mm-hmm.
You remember seeing that?
I think she's just. I think by this time you formulate friendships and you play with people or whatever. I didn't think it was a kiss. I thought she was just messing with him. Like, you mess with somebody when they sleep.
So what I'm trying to say is, I think Jay and Sahara are cool, and Jay even said it. She's like a sister to me, but I don't want to say sister because I don't want to close the door on being more than that. But he said that they already had a connection already. They were cool. So for him, giving her a massage, or giving my friend a massage, we were just having a friendly engagement. That's why he wasn't trying to hide it. So he wasn't really worried about it. But when Kiara saw it, she felt some kind of way, trying to let us down to where we are now. I'm just trying to say, some people are just friends and they have friendly interactions.
Do we need to go back to get the audio? He was talking about naked massages. Come on.
So that's
This
a
is big.
violation too.
Right.
I mean,
Let me tell you,
Your
I
friend?
do situational awareness. That's what I use. I feel like if we're in this thing, then I'm not going to really I'm not going to really hold you, because really and truly, y'all not supposed to form bonds and relationships with each other, right? That's why they move you around, just like P.O., you said it, that they won't have you meet, or if they realize that y'all going to catch fire, then they try to separate you and stuff like that. So I feel like when you doing this, and in your mindset, because I don't know about you, but I know everybody's mindset is always like, I want to stay to the end. I don't know how y'all money go, but I know on my show, it was like people were upset when they didn't stay to the end because they wanted the money, or they wanted the full time on the series, or whatever the case may be. So I feel like you put yourself in this situation where you sign up, you're going through this thing, and you're like, you know what? I want to ride this thing all the way out. I want to ride it as far as I can without violating myself or the other person, and whatever the case may be. So if I gotta slap a little ass or talk a little shit, oh yeah, massaging, yeah, a little naked massage, whatever. They didn't get naked. They didn't do anything to me that was like, oh my goodness, he cheated. Oh, get rid of him. Yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a show.
It's the dishonesty.
I don't see why it's dishonest. If production won't let you stay with the person that you want and be with them during the whole show and write it out, then there's no dishonesty or nothing in that, because you already know that's what the right is.
I'll tell you, I don't know how Jay and Kiara make. Well, I don't know the current status, but if I'm watching it, seeing what I'm seeing now, and actually going through it, I know that she's probably seeing things that she didn't see at the time, and hear it actually hear the conversation, knowing what they talked about, and I think that's the big disconnect. Like, I know what we talked about, despite what's being shown and said, and what you're saying is not what we talked about.
That's true.
Okay, we good. we good with
Yeah, let's talk about Rose's uncooked bacon that ain't fried hard.
we got I think we got Angie and Hussein now. So Angie says there's a connection. She's attracted to him. What did I put? I said was solid.
Roll a clip, please.
I don't know what they're trying to figure out. I'm lost.
roll the clip.
I don't know if I have the audio, but I'll roll it.
No, not the audio, just the clip.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here. Let me analyze this play by play, because here we go.
And I could get frame by frame too if we needed to. But this was confusing because
this right here is Hussein again worried about his 401k, his stocks, and everything else he got going on. And he's just having a conversation with her, probably wondering, do I need to call my bank when this shit's over? That's
I like to he seems like a very hard read.
Right.
For real. It's like, I mean, I would have to literally see it to be surprised.
I don't know. I because this comes, I'm left field with the Angie thing. That's what it is. And so, like, when they put her next to somebody every time because we don't see those dates, it seems disingenuous. It seems like OWN is, saying, let's just do this.
We saw their date. They went to a music bowl or something.
Yeah, but there wasn't like real, they didn't do like a time, like most of the time production would be like, all right, guys, break out. And they'll start shifting people around. I didn't see those moments. So that's what I'm saying. I think he had more chemistry with Rose than Angie. This seems like filler episode, filler, production. He's like, man, get your ass out of here. So, no, I quit.
Yeah, I know who's saying listening right now. Well, I think the dude is a straight killer that done mastered the friendship technique.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Hug, that friendship hug right there. That was a sign off.
I think
buddy,
that was the
buddy.
Yeah, that was the love you, man. Get out.
That was, I know your baby dad. We went to middle school together.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, the friendship, good guy technique.
Yeah,
suits him well. But I feel like he been in this situation 100 times.
Yeah, shout out to Hussein, man, for getting through that. I know how that be, man. When you when they put you in the middle of that bullshit and not that bullshit, but they put you in the middle of some shit and you have to just kind of go through the workings of it.
I feel you, P.O., but we heard what he was saying
he was in it.
We heard what he was saying. And there's a way to word it. There's a way to say that you have a connection without really making us believe you have a connection.
I understand that.
Because you know that she's gonna see it in the future.
But what I'm saying is that, and I'm not saying that there couldn't be nothing. Nothing could ever happen. It's just I don't feel like all the way up to this house, I didn't see a buildup of chemistry with this one, with these two, and nor did I see it with Cam, nor did I see it with what's his face, the guy with the dreads that got let go.
Khalil.
Yeah, I feel you. So that's what I put in my notes. I said I'm lost because I don't know where this came from, and I don't know what they're trying to figure out, but it's there, and it seemed pretty genuine. The way that she closed her eyes when she talked about him.
Yeah, but look at how he hugged her when he gave her an attaboy.
But I'm saying
when she left,
you people is watching, or people are going to see it, so you can't step into the hug fully like you want to.
Listen,
just in
case
case
predator. He won't massage no legs. He won't grabbing no necks. He won't do none of that. You see what I'm saying? So he handled it well. So I gave it a little side hug.
I think that's
I got Shorty in the room tonight, so I can't do too much right here.
Now, if I'm, I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. I think he might be hyper aware that he's being filmed at all times. So he's like, Monday morning, I got work to go to. I can't be caught doing some stupid shit.
True, but he's literally sleeping in the room with Rose.
I mean, sleeping, but what the You see what I'm saying? He ain't grabbing, cuffing no cheeks or nothing like that. He he didn't do what Jay did.
So how do you think that conversation went if he got a connection with Angie, but he got to sleep in the room with Rose?
Well, that's the thing. So I feel like here's what I do think happened. I do think that those lights went out with him and Rose, and production, they do leave because they don't get paid 24/7. I'm sure that he activated at some point and leveled up in the room in a way that we're not used to seeing him. Remember what his tribe said. His tribe said, he liked to smash.
I don't think so.
Huh?
I don't think so. I think it's the other way around.
What, she liked to smash?
Because he got that face.
Nah, listen.
I know he listening. You know how you want to,
bro, listen.
$300 you get as a hug.
No, there's two sides to Hussein. Trust me. There's two sides. There's the TV side that we're seeing, the PC version. And then there's the off-camera. All right, is everybody gone? Let's get this shit. Let's really get it rolling.
No, I feel you.
His crew, you gotta understand his crew, let's just be clear. So part of his tribe is one of his homies is Polly. The other homie was like, do you like to smash? Because this is what he does. Right? And then his other man's was vetting her, all that other stuff, testing his connection. So trust me, like he gets down, he just ain't gonna he's just not doing it for the world.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm just on the sideline.
It's so funny.
Here and there,
I was playing back episode 9. I finally seen Hussein with his shirt off.
Okay.
I be trying to get my views up, and he will not, but they caught him. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't realize it. But what y'all talking about?
Yeah, saying it to a panel full of men.
Right.
Listen.
Oh yeah, what'd you find out?
Listen, that's all you owe me shirtless pics. So I'm just letting you know I'm not just objectifying just y'all. It's the whole thing. It's everybody.
Andy says she is attracted to him. I said the convo was solid, but I don't know what they're trying to figure out. I'm lost.
Are you reading a comment?
I'm reading my notes for this can of roasting. I mean, Angie and Hussein.
So, Fernando, before we forget, because I think we were talking about Rose, aren't we, or something? You wanted to talk about a certain picture. You wanted that. Is that time, or are you trying to say that to the end?
I don't think we're there yet.
Oh, okay.
I think that's almost towards the end, packing up.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, but you're not gonna. All right, come on.
You want to talk about it now?
Let's get out of the way. Come on. Shawty brought it up now.
Hold on. Ready? Bang.
I do everything for me now. Spirit feeling free now. In the new whip, on my way to close the dream house.
Got everything together?
I'm getting there.
You said you good. I'm trying to make sure I got my chargers.
How you feel though? I mean, like, are you
I feel
happy?
good. It was a successful weekend. Definitely successful. Yeah, had a good time with everybody.
And you
Great
say
time
you
with
came in feeling one way and like going out feeling another way, or the same?
Yeah. Nah, this weekend definitely put everything in perspective.
During the trip, me and Rose, we spent a lot of time together. We laughed, we joked, we had some great conversation, but I'm gonna still keep an open mind on Angie because Angie's like that wild card. I got to see another side of her, so Angie's definitely still, right there in the running.
Sometimes when you get people out of their element, you can like really see the real them. So, with me seeing you for exactly how I always see you, that was good. It's the last day at the getaway, and my connection with Hussein is still on rise, and everything is smooth sailing. But, you know, now you have Cam trying to creep up and win the race, but then still trying to figure out what Cam's true intentions are. So I just want to make sure I'm making the right decision. Yeah, you did a good job.
No, I think we had a good weekend, though. Bring it
Yes.
in. Bring it in.
I had a great weekend.
Right. I can. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna just
A great weekend.
So
I slept in here for 2 days with you. I ain't getting no nothing.
I don't think so.
What it look like?
I think when he said it was a successful weekend, how do we define success? Nothing succeeds like success from what I remember.
Maybe you know what? Oh, I can speak to that. I feel like, because he said, if you remember, one of the girls was like, I give you 3 tries or 3 strikes. And he was like, I don't give you 1, or I only give you 1. I feel like him saying it's a successful weekend and meaning that you did not irritate me. You did not piss me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't make me want to leave. You know, I think that's what it was. Like, you didn't irritate me. Like, he seems, when he said that, he seemed like, I'm just saying, he seemed like one of them guys that he will, you do the slightest little thing wrong. Like, wait a minute, did you just cut your toenails in my bed? Like, you know what I'm saying? He like, oh shit, I gotta cut you. You know what I mean? So he like,
let me tell you this.
Go ahead.
2 days, this man stayed in that room with this woman. Now he done did something that wasn't just like a regular hug, like how we seen in the end. And then let's just analyze, since we analyzing hugs, that ain't the same hug he gave Angie at all. He gave her a full embrace. Let me hold you a little bit tight, but you know, I know we're on camera, so I'm not gonna do what I would do, but you know what it is. That was the hug that he gave her. And then let's go back to his confessional when he's talking about, oh yeah, you know, but you know, there's Angie's still on my radar. Bullshit. This is production steering those questions, steering that part of the conversation, because they're like, well, what would you say about Angie? And then he's like, well, you know, Angie's, you know, she's still da. But that's just bullshit. She ain't in there. She ain't in there.
I feel, I don't know, man. I'm seeing a shift. Okay, I've been here 2 days. I've seen what I needed to see. I know how to move now. So yes, it's been a successful weekend.
Right, but I mean, let's be clear. All right, let's go. Like, forget what you saw on TV. You got to analyze real world shit.
Mm-hmm.
His homeboys is real world people. They didn't come there to be on the show to be in the process. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. You know, they came to do what they did. And his homeboys said it straight from the door. You know, he's
a freak.
Yeah. So that being said, do you honestly think that when them lights went out, that he's respectively sat in his bed with his hands between his legs, sleep?
I think so.
At least you gotta at least make an attempt.
Why do you have to though? Like, cause I'm hearing y'all talk. Like, maybe I'm just different. Cause I didn't have folks in the same room with me, 1 bed or 2 beds. They ain't have to crack. We can go by. We ain't go by. I ain't have to crack.
But were they love interest?
He on a cruise right now with somebody.
So what?
Damn, yes.
Right. Oh my God. By myself. Who's again by this? By myself.
Every time the camera go out, his sugar mama
Single.
walks.
No trauma right now.
Here's what I'm saying. You're not gonna sleep in the bed. He's like, this is a love interest. At 2, 3 in the morning, you know, somebody's got to wake up to pee or something, and you know, something has to happen, right? So,
but my thing is, right, I'm just cut to the chase, yo. The reason why I brought the scene up is because I thought it was evidence that something happened.
Oh yeah, I'm right on board. I'm right on board.
Okay, what's the evidence?
I thought when you did a pause, it would show the sheets, and the sheets had some discoloration to it. So
let's get back to it.
Yeah, sheets.
somebody might spill some water or something. I don't know. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what?
But
I'm gonna tell you something.
Get back to
it
them
was a little
sheets.
wet. It was a little wet in the little spot on the
I'm gonna
page.
be honest with you, right?
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
Hussein reminds me of almost like Michael Jordan, right? Like, Michael Jordan doesn't really have like that really extra playful personality, and he doesn't pick up the bad habits of certain people. Hussein is, to me, is more like he about his business. He's seeing that he's about his name and his brand and whatever. Like, he tries to keep all of that shit clean. So I don't really know if he would really do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Listen,
especially not like that. So you can see it. If anything, they might go in the shower, bust it out in the shower, and no evidence is ever around. You know what I'm saying? But he really seems very careful on how he treats people, deals with people, talk to them, just so it's like no misunderstandings and things of that nature. Because even like now, like I'm watching back 9, right? And they're sitting on like the pool chairs. Now, normally pool chairs, you dealing with somebody, they be more relaxed and stuff like that. And he's kind of closed off, even though she's sitting there, but it's not even like legs open. No, okay, all right.
Listen, let me say this to you. Well, first off, what does he do? What does he do for a living? What did they say?
He used to play ball.
He what?
Clearly, his hunting technique is working on you, Lex.
But what did they say he did for a living?
It said visuals manager under his name.
That's what you was talking about, Fernando?
He has a clothing line.
All I was talking about, a little spot right there. That's all I was talking about. I went totally left his whole relationship. I wasn't talking about none of that.
He has a clothing line, and he has and he used to play ball. So that's why the correlation between him and Michael. I feel like he's been used to a lot of things and seen a lot of things. And
no. Listen, he's a businessman, right?
Yeah.
And a businessman does businessman shit, which is one, you're gonna look like a businessman when people see you. And when you get home and you shut your door, then the dragon comes out.
But that's what I said. So if it was gonna come out, he wouldn't have left a spot on the sheet, is my point. He
left that spot on the sheet. His bed was clean. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Throw his shirt on top of that?
No, he's gonna already think about it ahead of time and not leave any evidence for people to talk shit.
That's why he did it in her bed, not his.
No, it wouldn't have been like that. It would have been hiding. You go in the closet, you go in the bathroom, you go somewhere else that nobody,
I think she mentioned that, that wasn't her intention to be intimate with anyone through the course of the weekend, and that they was taking it slow and being intentional.
Yeah.
He did say if she get cold or something one night,
that they could end up in the same bed. But that man looked frustrated.
No, he coached her. He coached her up good. That was at the end of it all, he said, look, now, when they come here with that bullshit tomorrow, ain't nothing happen. It's back to worrying about my stocks and my 401k.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, where we at? We're supposed to be on
Cisco.
Cameron Rose.
Oh, Cameron Rose, yeah. Oh man, Cam.
Rose. He said he wanted more time. He wants to prove he's the best choice. And I put ... I knew it was competitive. She says they connect on another level, but Hussein never makes her feel like he has another connection. Which is, all this is throwing me off.
Because Angie's the connection, supposedly.
Yeah. So in my mind, in my notes, I was like, is this where I see the fumble? Like, is Cam fumbling this, or is Hussein fumbling Rose right now?
I think what happened was Cam was like, "Yo, you've been locked up in that room with this dude for like the last 2 days, and you ain't came up for air or nothing." And I thought I had a shot. And Hussein did his stuff, and now he wants to undo what he spent 2 days doing.
I feel like okay, so let's just say Hussein is a masochist, right? That's the right word, right?
Yeah.
And I think Angie would be more with the shit than Rose. So like say if he likes to tie people up or play whatever the guys were trying to say about sex and stuff, I think Angie more would fit that. So I still vote for him and Angie.
But that may not be what you want, though. You know, not publicly for your lady. Lex.
What'd you say?
I said maybe after we can all play the game and see how much we would have been drinking if we was there.
I don't drink.
How many drinks would you have had of water or whatever juice you was drinking based on them questions?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the questions. I would have played that though. I only drink Baileys though.
So look at this right here. This is a moment where production said, "Look, Rose, how do you feel about Cam? Cam, how do you feel about Rose? Well, have that conversation on the couch, because obviously they didn't just single the cameras out and they just happen to be there. They set this up. This is going to add, more of an arc to all of this stuff. And this is actually, going to either close out Cam and, or add some, sort of tension between Cam, Hussein, and Rose.
Yeah, I mean, they got to close it out. She left the door open for him. Who was it? I think Angie gave him 8 chances. Clearly, Cam's doing something right.
Maybe not though.
I think he's gonna mess it up in the end. But that's normal.
I mean, I'm trying to understand. This is where I'm all effed up in the head, because you got Cam that rode all the way up with Sahara underneath his arm on coming up to the trip, and then magically he's Rose has been gone for 2 days, right? And then you didn't see him talking to Sahara at all, and then you've seen tidbits of him and Angie. So this is just like a cluster of BS.
Yeah. So I'm seeing it as like Rose be so focused in what she's doing in her mission, in her journey, that it comes off as a little bit naive, a little bit like she's out of the loop. Like there's things that other people are aware of that she's clueless about. And I'm hoping it don't bite her up in the end, But yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like I said, this is where it becomes disingenuous, because you have the Hail Mary connection between Angela and the whole everybody but Cisco. And then you have all of this confusion between Cam and like 3 other women or whatever. And then magically somehow Angela has and Hussein is growing something, but Rose stayed the night for 2 nights in his room. So I'm just lost.
Yeah. Who we? Led astray. Ultimately, it seemed like Cam got the power to decide how the future of the 6 different. And got the power to decide the future of like 6 different people right now.
Yeah.
The underdog. They got all the control.
I think he likes it though. Like he can't help himself.
Who is that? Cam?
Damn, he can't help himself.
Yeah, and then in the beginning of this whole thing, they had him like, not, talkative, stuck in his shell and all this other stuff, and now he breaks out and he's got all the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys are giving Cam a little too much credit. Cam is a catch because, I mean, he's not a bad looking guy, but he has no children and he's a fireman. So, when they do like that on paperwork, like he is the catch, okay. But
Yeah,
as far as him being like strategic and him doing it himself, I don't really think so. Cam, to me, I think it's kind of emotional, and we might not see it on here, but I think I just don't think he's the man like what y'all presenting him to be, calculative and stuff like that. Hussein now,
He navigated
yeah.
the house.
Huh?
He didn't get no beef with nobody. Said he navigated the house. He didn't get into a beef. Him and Angie had a disagreement. It didn't ruin anything. They still hugged it out at the end. They still went left positive, unlike other couple who had a beef after the fact anyway still. He was able to maneuver the 3 connections he had with no problems. Then the guy did well.
I really think that I would have to give the credit more so to the women. I really feel like, I'm telling you, I really feel like everybody is playing their own little game at this point. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, for real, I see, what's her name? To me, Rose is the MVP of this season. She is playing the shit out of this experience.
I mean, Rose is the same one that said that every man cheated on her, right?
Oh, like I don't think so. I think
I said experience. I didn't say she was looking for love or trying to get hooked up or none of that shit. I said Rose is doing the shit with this experience for whatever it is she's trying to accomplish.
I think I would say Sahara is more so than Rose. I think Rose is genuinely trying to, find somebody and see what's going on.
I think Sahara is production's pick. I think Rose is like, I see y'all and I'm finna do.
Nah, I think Rose was the easiest to read. Like, depending on what kind of dude you are, I think Rose is the easiest to read. Like, if you was an asshole, it seemed like you could just stick with Rose for a good 60 days and she yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can only get cheated on for so long before you start recognizing game.
She said it herself. She said,
she
hopeless
loved
romantic.
Hard,
Yeah, she loves hard. She's a hopeless romantic, and
she ain't. None of this stuff on here shows me that she is hopelessly romantic with anybody in there. And then for real, because okay, let's for shits and giggles, let's just say she did hook up with Hussein. He ain't showing her no kind of type of affection, so that means it's just a smash
on camera.
That she had her whole. When she talk about Hussein, she talk about the future with Hussein. She in there. I think the difference is that she knows that everybody is dating everybody. So she has no choice. But I think out in the street, if you could get a one-on-one situation, consistent one-on-one, yeah.
I think Rose went Cam.
I don't think so. I ain't buying it. I think I'll tell you this. I think Rose wants somebody that's whoever's going to give her the attention that she needs. I don't think it has anything to do with the preference of the person. I think it deals with the treatment of the person, and where it's coming from or how she's getting it. I should say that. So she wants consistency. She wants somebody to be there to love her for her, period, point blank. And it doesn't matter, the vehicle.
I'm getting boss vibes off of Rose. She like, match my fly. Let's try and do some shit. I know it ain't gonna be no love connection, but treat me right, dick me right, have that money.
If you was a dude, you would be in trouble. because they would just be running circles on you.
Yeah. You see Rose as that. Your indicators is off.
Let me tell you what I'm looking. Let me tell you how I'm calculating roles, right? To be honest, and mind you, I'm not a cast member, so I do this with you guys, but at the same time, remember that I look at their pages and I'm reading them that way, right? So to me, I think there is a how you call it? There's a way that you're supposed to maneuver this reality TV show shit, right? And to me, Rose has played the game perfectly. Like, she's done her part. She came in, she's sweet, she innocent, everybody liked her. She flying under the radar, no beef whatsoever. No beef with none of the chicks. She ain't had a problem with none of the guys. She's flying under the radar, right? And then now at the same time, you could see like on her Instagram, like you see her glow up. Like it's just like it was like, okay, experience, boom, now I'm here, and that's it. So that's why I call it an MVP, because she's working it. Whereas then you have some people that's getting tripped up in their emotions, or they getting tripped up by other things, and but all right, we'll see later.
I mean, typically the reality, well, let's just say this. Most of the contestants that come on Ready to Love don't know shit about reality TV. Most, like, I'll say, especially for the men, most of the men, they just came on because we got invited on. They like, yeah, come on the show with us. I'm like, all right, fuck, I ain't doing nothing. I'll rock with this.
Well, when you finish, you go and check the group with a new picture that I put up of Rose.
Oh, I saw it. I mean, yeah, Rose is Rose is definitely banging. I mean, for sure.
Always been.
And the thing is yeah, you should be, if you're looking to get something out of it, then yeah, you should be stepping it up. But character wise, and in terms of who she's being on the show, even though she's doing these pictures and all of this other stuff, the person that she's been on the show could totally invalidate all of that energy that she's putting into those pictures.
Like I think she had a good edit. Like, she don't have any bad situations that really show. Only thing that stands out for me is like surrogate conversation from months back. But people have like the busted windows, insecurities, starting stuff being messy. She ain't got none of that. So whether she got a good edit or she just carried herself well, I think that's but I don't think it makes her a boss because she didn't ruffle any feathers, because she also didn't stand out either. She kind of just
most bosses though wouldn't admit to being cheated on by every man, and so that part they highlighted, they can never give you a good edit. You know what I mean? They always got to throw a blemish on at the end of the day. You got to do something to make you look what they call human.
And like Shawnice gave boss energy more than I think Rose did. Talking about
who is that? Oh.
She cares
well,
about
she is, when I say she's a boss, she is a boss. She has her own salon. She do,
You said boss energy, like how they carry themselves. I'm just saying, when I'm watching on the show,
I'm sure, not. I don't think she started that way, but I'm thinking she's ending that way. Yes.
Got you. Like now she's grown into that.
Yeah, because I think that I don't know if she got coached by somebody or whatever, but it's given like strategic. It's like, okay, stay, do this, do that, this, that, and other. When you come off, get your pictures, your this, that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, she's doing the journey like all the fans would want her to do the journey. Right. Genuine, high integrity. Don't sleep with nobody. Come out with a good, clean slate, fresh slate. That was advice I got from previous dudes from the show. Don't sleep with nobody.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
But Rose, not to go too far into the future, Rose gets a semi-bad edit for next week. We're gonna talk about that next week. I mean, later.
I can't wait till this saucy ass reunion come out.
Yeah, I think we are on where we at right now? We did Angie and Hussein, Cam and Rose, Jay and Kiara. They had another talk to clear the air, and it was quick. She wasn't over it yet, and says that she needs to make it, that he needs to make it clear because she still don't know where he's staying.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, okay. But I think we missed, yeah. So that's where we are right now. Anything about this
Nah.
Jade and Kiara?
Nope.
No. They hugged it out. They're gonna try to move forward. He make mistakes. I still don't think he explained it right, but
So do y'all think this is a real connection?
I think that this is going to boil down to the bridge, basically. And I think she's going to leave him on the bridge.
yeah, I think it's too late for them to turn back now. You know,
Yeah.
they gotta keep pushing.
But as far as like being intimate, you think it was intimate?
They might have been intimate before they even got there, to be honest.
This scene cracks me up. Well,
Yeah, so this is where we are right now. Not to cut you off, Lex.
Oh, let me go to my notes too.
But she never got a massage.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing I wrote down.
Ever, like,
right. I said she never got a massage. And then I said it looks like he auditioning a little bit. And then he talks about his goals and his aspirations.
Right.
And that did I cut that out? Oh, something about his goals and aspiration, and he wants her to have his back. And they mentioned that quite a few times during the course of the show, but I don't know if we ever figure out what his goals and aspirations are and why, you would want someone to have your back as you're going through these goals, as if that there may be bumps in the road, basically saying, stand by me. Because I don't really, not saying that he don't feel too confident, but it's just the way that it's worded. You know what I mean?
So here's what I got. My notes says this.
Mm-hmm.
Cisco had her toes curling during the kiss. So we'll know that we'll have to see what happens with that. And also that he told her that he was going to do his thing. He needed somebody, just kind of, I just need somebody with me. And so what I gather from that is, and I think, we're seeing the residual of that right now, lived out loud on his social media, kind of the things that he's getting at. And I think what he was saying is, I have a plan, but I need a woman that's going to be patient while I execute.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And, I don't think that he needed her help or anything. I don't think I heard him say, give me or do. Let's see those curling toes when they kiss. Oh, there they starting to curl. Oh. Sugar. Uh-oh. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
You already know.
That's when she felt the magic happen, huh?
Yeah, there it is. Oh.
Eyes closed.
Eyes closed. Now let's see those toes. There they go. Now she curling too. Yeah. There's certain things you can't hide. You know what I mean? You just can't hide shit.
Not from y'all.
What do we think about the Cisco and Tay connection?
I mean, it looks, genuine. I don't think that like I said, I think he means her well. Like his thing is like, look, I'm tired. Like I don't feel like going through no extraness. I just want to live my life. I'm trying to do my thing. Is you with this shit or not? Because if not, I can move on and it'd be easier for everybody. That's what it feel like to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Could be wrong.
Yeah, he does look tired. Everyone looks tired. He looks extra tired.
Yeah, he's even like when they was playing the card games, he was kind of detached.
Mhm.
And we didn't really see a whole lot of Cisco other than him being tired. Like
Yeah.
he's on the couch, sleep, and he wasn't really interacting with a whole lot. So he probably was like, "Man, look, I ain't got time for this shit. I'll do a couple scenes, but other than that, I'm gonna be in here trying to, figure out some other shit or do some push-ups."
Yeah, let me rub it down real quick.
Yeah.
Lex, what you think? And
I
this is
just
us
think,
not knowing what you know, Lex.
huh?
This is us not knowing what you know, because I'm sure you're privy to.
No, I don't know. I just think that it's just for a time. I mean, well, I don't know if you've seen it, but I did put in a group that he is married to somebody else. And he put that up. He put that up before they even came back August 1st. So
Oh, he's
I just,
married right now?
he's married. Yeah, he wears a wedding ring. Yeah, one of them plastic wedding band things.
Yeah.
And yeah, he has a whole video on his page that he went to I think they were in the DR or something, and all of that stuff. So whatever they had, I guess is good. We could say that it was just a thing.
Oh, so he's from the DR, right?
I think so, yeah.
So much more.
Oh, okay.
So we analyzing hugs. Wouldn't he have grabbed her butt?
No, because
No.
this is Hussein we talking about. This is the guy, he's wearing his Clark Kent suit during the day.
That was
Okay.
me rewinding it frame by frame.
Okay.
But this is full speed right now.
Gotcha.
You tell me what you're seeing in this hug from him. Looks seem a little off to me.
Oh, she got the double look. She got the double clutch.
She got him. She got him.
Yeah. She had double. Look at her. She's like, oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That's that face.
She got him. But he pulled away first. Like, get off me, guy.
So you think this is showing that you think they had sex?
No.
I think that there was some intimacy that
Let me get
occurred.
up out of here. Go on.
It might have been some oral play. I think she definitely found out what size it was.
Like never ever met.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I definitely think she know what size it is. She like, oh, okay, Cam don't work out. I'll be back.
I don't really think that she's, hell bent on being with Cam, to be honest.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. I think that Cam is like, if Hussein don't want me, then, maybe, but if Hussein is trying to entertain Angie, then maybe, but
I don't know a woman that just buys a man clothes, that she's not.
So here's the thing, though. How do we know that they didn't omit her doing other things for Hussein?
That's what I mean.
And guess what? I wouldn't give a if somebody bought you bought Tyrone a fucking Gucci jacket, but stayed the night in my room for 2 days. I wouldn't give two shits.
Yeah, wait. But that's not the angle I was going for. Like, yeah, you wouldn't care, and I understand that. But what I'm saying is the fact that you said that you don't think that she's really into Cam, and I'm like, I don't know anybody that will go out of their way to purchase something for somebody that they are not into at all.
Man, that shit could have been laying around the house, and she was like, I need to get rid of this. Cam, yep, this is about your size. Here you go.
Yeah, but at the same time, she don't even know if it would have started a fight. Suppose the guys got petty and they
what did
found
she buy him?
and huh?
What did she buy him?
She gave him 2 shirts.
Yeah. So what if she went in and gave like Hussein, like, look, I got these shirts laying around. I didn't want you to blah 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 here, and you know, Hussein was like, nah, this ain't my size, you know. And she said, okay, well, I'll give him the Cam.
You don't think the camera would have played that? You don't think the production would have caught that to share it?
They maybe they did, but then that would give away too much of the secret sauce. So if they just showed her doing it, you know, that way, then it would kind of make the drama kick up in our minds.
I think a hopeless romantic is doing everything that she could do to show like, and I don't think it was recycled. I don't think it was, I don't think she gave one the other. I think one person has certain aspects of her and the other person have certain aspects of her. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like.
No.
You know what too? Sometimes like, what if Hussein is too much for her?
Well, what's too much?
Well, if you got a friend that's poly and somebody talking about all these sexual things, like you might feel like, oh, he out there too much. That's nowhere near husband material. Whereas in Cam, if she want to think long term of being married or husband or whatever, Cam would more be the safer bet, no?
If she thought that, she wouldn't have spent 2 nights in his room.
I think she good in the sex department.
Yeah.
She'll be all right.
And she said, I ain't gonna tell y'all niggas what I do, but I ain't had no complaints.
She good.
What's a complaint? Like, because to me, not being there is a complaint.
No, complaint. Like a man, listen, men, we got all kind of complaints. Trust me. You be like, man, what the hell? Is this a corpse up in here? Like, you're sitting there dead.
Do you say that to the actual person? You don't really say that to the person.
You
might, but people don't usually say that to the person.
Those words.
No, but I mean, I might say, but you might could say something like, are you like just vanilla all the time? Or is this just,
Or you could just leave. Or you could just cheat. Like, that's a complaint.
But what I'm saying is this. No, I wouldn't think you just cheat because, well, then what the hell are you staying there for? Like, if it's trash, you just gonna be
sometimes
out.
People need a place to live.
No, sometimes, but I feel like maybe in her case, she might have that fire, and because she's a hopeless romantic, some men may find that a way to kind of manipulate her into staying there and then them doing their own things, and then they get caught and she takes them back, and it's like, I won't do it anymore. And it's like, you
don't think a person, like, because you talk about this fire as if it's a good thing, so you don't think a person would more so go out of their way to protect it?
No, I mean, here's the thing. If I can get the fire and then still do whatever I want because you're going to allow that, why do I have to just stay in one place? It's just like, come on, man. If you could get 2 paychecks, would you just say, nah, I'll just take the one? I don't want 2.
Where are we right now? What is we talking about right now?
Go ahead as we move on.
Yeah, I have some notes before we get to the ladies' lounge. Sahara said Jay's ass is grass. What did I say? What does that mean? No. So Sahara said Jay's ass is grass. This was like a montage of clips before we get to the ladies' lounge. Hussein and Rose said that he's still keeping. No, Hussein said he's still keeping Angie as an option. And I put nigga
because she's a wild card.
I said, my notes say, nigga, what? But hey, I said, I said that last hug was weak, Hussein. And then Angie says Cam and Hussein are neck and neck. Like, what is going on? All right. So now we're in the ladies' lounge, right? Some things come out in the ladies' lounge. Just real quick. Tay says Cisco's blessed with his hands. And then I put, how she know?
That's what I was saying.
How she know? That's the first massage you ever had.
Never
It
had.
could have been black, you know? I said, Sahara said Cam was tiptoeing. Angie don't know where she stands with Cam. Rose was being fair, saying she knows Cam on another level. Damn, I Sahara feels like Jay was playing in her face. And I think that's it. And I said, there's a lot of shade going on in this ladies' lounge right now. Tense.
Right.
But it seemed like, so in the ladies' lounge, it seemed like Sahara and Angie was clicked up. But then I remember they did room together. So.
Which was weird.
Talked. I'm pretty sure they may have talked, you know.
I think Angie low-key know that Cam and Sahara got a thing. I think I remember something back from like the cookout.
So in the conversation, there was a conversation where Angie and Cam were talking about deciding on or whatever. And I think Cam said something like, clearly I already chose or something like that. She just ate it. So I'm thinking she know. Something's going on. But they room together and they both, I don't know.
Let me ask you something. Don't most seasons kind of have like a villain per se?
Yeah.
Who would the villain be for this one?
They're trying to make it Sahara.
I don't think she ever was though.
No, but they're trying to put her in that shade.
Yeah, because of the whole thing with Jay and her and Kiara.
If there's a person that I mean, out of all the ladies, if there's a person that I would trust the least, I think it would be Angie.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't.
Yeah. It's just because we don't have no data on her.
And she just got that ability to maneuver. You know what I mean? And that worries me a little bit.
Yeah, ain't no data on her at all. So,
you know, this is her 6-7 connection,
and
she just transitioned from connection to connection. They get voted off. She's still in there, all the way to the house, leaving what feels like the strongest connections.
Sahara looks totally different in this picture.
She looked good.
She looks good.
She looked good.
Yeah, it looks classy. You know what I mean? Got a little weed and like little 30-inch.
Well, I think they added this after the break because I don't think her confession was.
Yeah, this was a catch up. This was a catch up thing. They did this right when they filmed the reunion.
She looked refreshed too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Andrew talked about her connection with Hussein. Tay talked about Khalil's timeline. Kiara talked about their conversations and expectations. And then there's some elimination dates. And then right when they went on right before the elimination date, I was like, I already know who's going to be on this date. So we had Rose and Khalil on one date and Kiara and Jay on another.
Well, we knew what it was. The writing was on the wall. Yada, yada, yada. Nothing to talk about there.
Yeah. I knew Khalil was out. Khalil was. Yeah. So shout out to Khalil. He took it like a champ.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Showed that he was a good dude. I think there's a lot of potential for him right now.
He's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he was ready to go. He kind of reminds me of like Lyndon from Miami. Like his as far as like his likability.
Okay, yeah.
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 I didn't like him.
You didn't like Lyndon? He was cool.
Corny.
I mean,
he was corny as shit. And I was mad that he was trying to rap. Like, where fucking mama, man?
My God. For real? Oh boy.
I saw Rose get emotional. And I didn't really understand why, but she's just a good person, I guess.
It's so funny when Rose came out, she was giving me like those people who play with crystals and stuff, and now she got her ass out.
Nah. I mean, but they do the. I mean, I can't even say nothing.
Yeah, you shut up over there.
Because
I'm just talking about the way that she dressed and carried herself. It was like she was like real undercover. She was giving one of them crystal girls, and then now she like, I'm with the shit. Like, you know, I could look, turn it up, throw some cutoffs on, and I'm gonna show you that I'm not out the game.
Yeah, she said I ain't got no complaints.
Yeah, I mean, her outfits has been on point.
True.
Yeah. All right. I think I have more notes for this Kiara and Jay date. I said that hug was weak.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that?
Yeah, that's like he almost snatched her up out of her bodysuit.
But then I felt like she was setting them up because that tone, you know, you hear that tone from a woman, it's almost like she asking you a question and then letting you tell on yourself.
I feel like they always do that to these dates to kind of keep you on your toes, like, oh, it might be him, it might be, you know, no.
Yeah. That was just a regular, you know, because sometimes they don't want you to get up out your seat, you know, because you got the cameras already done. And then once you sit down, you're going to hear the screeching from the chairs and all that. So I get it. Sometimes they tell you to stay seated. So the hugs do look awkward. All right. So I think this is the point where I say he should have just admitted that he was wrong. You know, girl, you're right. I shouldn't have done that and kept it moving. It wouldn't have blew up. But he's still trying to explain.
Right.
You know, what's this, 3-4 days later?
Yeah, just take the accountability. Take the accountability and let it be what it is.
He like he don't want her to win. But yeah, I know you don't see it that way, Lex. Any questions on any of the elimination dates? Rose and Khalil or Jay and Kiara?
No, and just for the record, just to be clear, if it was a different situation, then I would be on her side. But because of this situation, I'm not.
On whose side?
Kiara. Like, say if it was different, like say if they were talking outside of the experiment, she dated him or whatever, and they go on a trip somewhere and he does something like that to somebody that's there, then I would say yeah. But because of this situation and it happened, it was just like, you know, I'm like, come on, you overreacting.
So nothing Jay did or said was bad.
Not for this situation, not for being on the show in the experiment, no. And then, you know, you said the ass slap. I wouldn't have tripped over it. I just be like, whatever, because I probably slapped somebody's ass on the experiment too. So.
What about the naked massage talk?
He just mentioned it. Like, I don't know. Like, he didn't ask for a naked massage. He could have took like, to me, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong.
Where you going with that?
What?
We know the intent. We know the intent.
I just feel like, I mean, like, let's be honest. Sometimes people just say shit for the camera. I don't know if that's the bad thing with me, where it's like, seeing it from the other side. It's like some of that stuff just don't make me reactive, because it's like, you could clearly see, like, when Sierra sat down, he didn't open up his body. Like, you watch his body language, he stayed exactly the same. See, Sahara came, she put her leg over his leg. He didn't do anything. He asked for the massage. It was just like a dry little, she kept saying like, oh, go deeper, all this shit. So I'm going off of a man that actually wants a woman. He's touching you, he's caressing you. He gonna go in and he gonna show you, you know what I'm saying? And to me, I've said it before, Jay is that type of person. I believe that Jay knows. He might not be like the Prince Charming or whatever the case may be, but I think he know how to get him. You know what I'm saying? And I think he know exactly what to do. So if he wanted to put hands on Sahara, he could have done it. He could have did a whole lot more stuff, and he proved it. He was like, yo, do I call you this? Do I call you that? Like, you don't clearly see the difference between both interactions, both relationships. But that's just me. I mean, I guess maybe, I don't know.
I got you. We did get some clips for next week though.
Let's see it.
The first 3 was quick. Kiara meeting Jay's family. So that's one. Let me try to get to it. Yeah, so this is Kiara meeting Jay's family. Bam.
And I thought taking it to his family was rude, but I guess it's the show.
You said that's rude?
Yeah, I don't think she should have took that to his family.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talk about the situation to the family.
Yeah, I don't think she should have mentioned it to all of that. And he got a lot of family members present.
Okay. Yeah. Then we have Angie and Sahara meeting Cam's family. Which
Sahara always give me, like, when she do things like this, it always give me like, listen, I'm already his woman. Why do I have to play these silly games?
Where's Rose at?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what Sahara give me. I don't know.
And then there's another one. Yeah, I can see that. And that's why I was saying, I think they already go together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you remember, like, everything, she kind of just waits to the end. Like, okay, I'll let you have your fun, like, I'm already in there, whatever.
Yeah. So,
but you know what though? We've never seen Sahara and Rose with Cam. You notice that?
I think the closest we got was on the bus.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, so
dates.
Say you meeting, like you had to meet
dates.
I think they did, but I think there was one more woman though at the date.
So
maybe Angie.
It was Sahara, Rose, and someone else.
And maybe Angie then.
Yeah.
So wait a minute though. This is a little bit different too, because you have, like, this time they had to introduce the women to their friends and now their family. The women didn't have to produce anything.
Well, they couldn't even get the exes. I mean, not couldn't get the exes,
but see, that goes back to what I was telling you about Philly. Like, I just think,
yeah.
And so these people, you trying to tell me that they related to Hussein?
Nah, but I mean, who knows? But I mean, they could be, uncles, cousins, it's family. But typically though, you don't see meet the homie and meet the family from the guys. It's
Yeah, that is a lot, actually. You're right.
Yeah.
There was a little bombshell cliffhanger that they ended this on. and that was Rose revealing that her child's father's locked up. And she's saying to Hussein, oh, we never talked about that.
I thought she said that in the beginning, no?
Well, that's what she says at the table, and it seems to be really concerning. So in my notes, I put, y'all didn't talk about that? All this time,
I mean,
but you don't say what's the relationship with you and your child's father?
I mean, that's the first question though that I ask. Like, you got kids? Yeah. Okay. What's the relationship look like between you and your child's father?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know why I don't believe it? If you can get on TV and tell people that everybody you dealt with cheated on you, you could definitely tell people that that dude is locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
But see, Mr. Michael Jordan don't want to hear that shit. He's like, I don't got
You
to
about to tarnish. You about to tarnish my good image.
He like, we are not doing jail collect calls.
Hell no. Listen, I dealt with that shit, and I'm like, then the dad calling my home talking about you ain't got to listen to that nigga. I'm like, nigga, you called my phone from your jail cell. The fuck? Yeah, no, I can't be that dude. Yeah.
yeah. So they treat it like this is going to be the turning point for Hussein. But we'll see.
Sorry, and another thing too, she like just because I went on the pages, the son actually I think just went to college, so the baby dad being locked up really isn't a problem.
All right. Now
Yeah.
let's count here. Who's left? Cisco, Hussein, Jay, and who else?
Cam.
And Cam. So let's just be clear here. They get down to the final four. This is really just the end of it all. Like as far as the men. So any man that goes home, it's because they eliminate themselves. So if it comes down to it and Hussein has to kick Rose, he would essentially be kicking himself.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right. Because it's too late.
Connection though.
Huh?
He's still got Angie.
But it will be too late by the time they come, like after they meet the family, it's Locke and Rock.
Unless Angie met him too.
Angie ain't there.
We don't know. They just a clip.
Yeah, maybe they did it. Maybe they did it separate.
Yeah, remember how when they met the friend, Rose was there first, and then Angie walked in. So it could be the same type of thing.
I guess. I mean, like I said, when it came down to the final four, it is what it is, and there's no, like, the next episode, Tommy is going to be saying, all right, guys, this is going to be it. You on your own and whatever.
Yeah.
This will be like the final of it all.
Mm-hmm.
After they meet the family. So
yeah.
Right. I know that Will Packard definitely hyped up Philly. Like we were going to be highly entertained and something we weren't expecting and all that good stuff. So I'm still waiting for that.
Will Packard. Will Packard's gonna say Will Packard shit to get it rolling. You got to sell the show.
Yeah. I worry because I feel like they do this every season to where there's things at the end that they don't quite explain. So they throw it all on you at the end, and you're scrambling, trying to figure out what's going on because you're like, I didn't see this connection. I didn't see this. I didn't see that. Where did this come from?
Right. Yep.
So,
just be prepared for that, everybody. If y'all,
you
can hear my voice. Oh man! All right, how y'all feeling about the episode, and what do you think is going to happen next week?
I'm just here for it.
I think that this was I think the episode overall was good. You know, it was confusing, but I think it was good. You know, it kind of showed us, you know, kind of what their vision is. I think next week Hussein stays with Rose. I think at the bridge he does not choose her. In the end, I don't see that happening.
Why not?
I just don't feel like I don't think that I just don't think so. And I think the reasoning will come out in the reunion. I think what we know, you know, it's kind of unfair to talk about Cisco, you know, but so we'll put that to the side. But I think Jay hangs in there, you know, they ride it out to the bridge. And then, you know,
You think they break up on the bridge?
I think she leaves him on the bridge.
Okay, so then what about Cisco and Tay?
That I think on the bridge, she leaves Cisco on the bridge.
Well, so that means everybody got left on the bridge. Oh
This is
wait,
a
Sahara
failure.
and Cam.
Yeah, I'm calling this an epic failure.
So wait, so Cam doesn't leave with anybody either.
Oh shit, I forgot about Cam. Yeah, I think Cam chooses Sahara.
I think Cam gonna choose Rose.
Nah.
I think he likes Sahara, but it's one of them things like, you know, you have a girl that you just can't take anywhere. And not that she's bad, so I'm not disrespecting her, but I just feel like, you know, sometimes men choose people that fit their image too, you know? Like I know a guy where he was in love with this other girl, but he married a different one and he told her the reason. Like he was with her the night before his marriage and he was like, she fits his life better. Like this is who he could take home to mom. He couldn't take that girl, you know what I mean? All of that stuff. But, you know, he was like, she fit. She fit his friend group. You know, she fit everything in his life perfectly. But the other one didn't. What you say about that? He lying?
I mean, I could see that. I just don't. I don't know. Like, I think it's too late for Angie. Just,
But
I
it
don't
ain't too
think.
late for Rose.
For whom?
Rose.
Rose is going to get left by Hussein at the bridge.
Yeah, but we seen that. We seen that already too. We seen that in Fort Worth, the light skinned girl, I don't remember her name, but she went to 2 different dates. Somebody, I think maybe it was Chaz. I think she went with Chaz
Yeah.
and she turned down Chaz and then she went with the other one and they walked off in the sunset.
Yeah. So I don't think Rose is gonna roll with Cam. She's gonna go over there and say no to Cam, and then she's gonna come to Hussein, and Hussein gonna say no to her. And it's
Oh
gonna be
shit.
like, wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then the reunion's gonna come out, and then that's when we're gonna see Hussein lose his Clark Kent composure for a minute and then go back to being Clark Kent.
I would like to see.
Because listen, they have so much data by this time. When you get to the reunion, they know how to ask the questions to spark the drama, to enrage or to engage people that otherwise wouldn't really go there. You know?
So let me ask you something. We had talked about something earlier, and I just want some insight from you guys. So you were talking about like a psych test, right? What's the psych test for?
It's a personality test. They use it to evaluate you to make sure, number one, you ain't crazy, and number two, to see you know, the type of personality that you have. Are you passive? Are you aggressive? You know, are you know, how do you handle conflict? Things like that.
But don't they kind of want those people?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They at the end of the psych test, they'll tell you what your personality was, what was revealed about your personality, and then they pass that to the producers, and then the producers play chess with your personalities, and they figure out who to match you up with to get the most drama or whatever.
Did they tell you about your personality?
Absolutely.
What did they tell you?
They said pretty much that, I didn't really take any crap, and that, I didn't engage in BS. I'm more like kind of get out of here type of thing. And they said that I was the type of person that if you continue to mess with, then they would get an explosion out of me. But they tried that, but I didn't give it to them.
Right.
Yeah, they tried that at the reunion. I didn't give it to them, though.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever take the Myers-Briggs personality test?
Yeah.
What's your letters?
God, you know what? I'll have to tell you because I have it in my email, and I never really. I have to go in there and look because I never really.
You don't remember?
Nah.
Ty, you on mute, but did you ever take the Myers-Briggs test?
Let me see.
Yeah, I think I'm either INTP or INTJ.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny, right? But back in the day, before when I used to go on dates, guys would have to take that test first.
It's good. It's good to know.
Yeah, I would tell them, I'm like, look, you gotta take that test.
So to go to Africa said the episode was predictable. Nothing occurred that was a surprise. I don't expect anyone in the end in a serious relationship. Cameron probably end up with Sahara. I don't think Rose and Angie want him. So I try to think about who I could see at the end saying to each other, yes, I would like to see where this goes in the future. And I really don't see that from no one except Hussein and Rose first. I see Sahara and Jay trying. And I think that's about it. For some reason, I feel like Rose gets hurt in the end. I just don't know how Hussein makes that happen just yet. I could see Cam just bullshitting just a little bit too much for her. And I can see maybe one or two people at the bridge, one or two couples at the bridge in the end.
Well, this is definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah. And then I could also see some static brewing with Sahara at the end too. I could see it getting, not necessarily with her, but I could see it getting really messy due to Cam's inability to make a decision. Just like who was it before in Miami? Randall. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rose is older than Cam and will probably want someone more mature.
Okay. And Cam would probably want kids, so okay.
Hussein would probably want kids too.
Oh yeah. I forgot he didn't have any.
There's some baby ballers in
here. Did you find it, Paul?
No, I didn't actually. Okay. I gotta figure out which
all right.
email I gave these people.
We've
gone, when you take that, I don't be wanting to get the spam.
Gotcha.
Well, we've gone almost 2.5 hours. Thank everybody in the chat that's still here with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As you can see, we got real comfortable.
Yeah, we did.
I feel like we got real comfortable tonight. I like that though. because I do want the panel to be a learning experience, right? I think there could be some teachable moments from what we're seeing on camera, and not to call them out like in a negative light, but
Yeah, no doubt.
things that you can learn about yourself through other people's mistakes.
Yep.
Definitely.
And sometimes everything ain't bust a window worthy.
That part. That part.
Because when you draw the line, like what's the measuring stick for that? What is bust a window worthy?
The stick in your pants, putting it in somewhere else, that's why she's busting your windows.
Yeah,
She ain't busting your windows because you forgot the laundry.
Yeah.
Just walk away.
I could
Just
see
walk away.
purposely like giving someone an STD or something, like we got to pay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cousins, somebody gonna come see you. We got to throw hands at that point. And if I can't do it, somebody gotta do it. You're gonna see somebody. My sister, cousins.
You'd be surprised. Your sister probably be like, you shouldn't have played with her.
True. No, I'm just saying, like if it was the other way around, you know, because
I think it's time for people to just start being real with themselves.
Yeah, I'm an Aquarius, so walking away is easy for me.
That's a hard sign to deal with. Y'all always act like you don't show no emotion.
We ain't for everybody. We ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to close out right now?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. It's your girl Lex Royal. I appreciate you.
Yo, it's your man, PO 100 sightings. Yo, listen, I am dropping a book. It is my memoir. I have been releasing small tidbits of little excerpts of the books, chapters. So you can always check those out there on my 100 sightings on IG. Check it out, man. This book it gets real. It's real. It hits home too. So
Yeah. Your own voice narration too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's up?
You should do that video and post it in the group.
I am.
That's what's up. You good, Paul?
Yes, sir. That's it.
All right. Speaking of videos, yesterday made 30 days at the new house. So I've been working on some content. Lex, we just might get that shirtless pic there. I'm gonna find a way to sneak it in there. I know the group only need a half a millisecond to to Photoshop. So I mean the screenshot. But thank y'all for coming out. We'll definitely be back next week. I honestly think this was probably one of the best episodes of the season, you know, all around. We look forward to next week, seeing how it's going to come out. I wish everyone the best. But just like every season, like you just never know. You know?
Yes, no doubt.
You never know. So
all right, good people.
Thank y'all and
see y'all.